My name is Micah Grenz, and I am the promotions manager at South Dakota State University. Ensure that everybody that's involved in the game knows when the game is going to be taking place. That's the first step that we have to take. The second step is starting on the video production and things like that we have to do with Daktronics. With that being a very visual piece of our events, we need to make sure that that part's in place too. So those will start, those will be one of the first parts of the process that we'll begin with. Day of the game is going to be making sure that people that we have coming in for tickets and things like that, if we have special guests coming in, making sure that their tickets are in place. We have people that we honor every game, part of our Jackrabbit Top program, so making sure that their tickets are in place, making sure they have their agenda so that they know exactly where they need to be and when. Just setting up for the event, making sure our sound system's set up, making sure that all of our cameras are working. We work with our Daktronics crew on that, but we just did that right before I came over here this morning, running through the script, making sure they have the correct video and that they have it in the right place. Have a copy of our announcer script. Our announcer script is 21 pages long, so reading through that, making sure there's no spelling errors, making sure the pronunciations of all the names are there correctly. So they've changed, but they've become more specific. I'm not doing anything different than what I did before, but I've actually lost some things because, okay, instead of having to do all these things, you just only have to do these few things, but they need to be done better. And so that's the fun part of it, is finding out which things I enjoy best, which things I feel we can be the best at, and then just going to my supervisor and saying, all right, this is what we're going to focus on, what help can we get in these other areas. A lot of it too, realistically, we work harder now to get people out to games than we did at Division II because they were showing up. They knew USD would be here, they knew UND would be here, those schools. Just like tonight with SDSU coming in. We realistically didn't do as much advertising for this game as we do for other games because people are going to show up. And you advertise when you need to. And so we work harder now than we did then, but the Daktronics project has changed our responsibilities too. We're already working on that. We've had a couple meetings on that, even meeting with the radio stations, the newspapers, getting the ads set up so that as soon as we find out, assuming we do, it's not like, all right, we need to get these ads recorded, what are we going to do for tickets? Working with our ticket manager to get ticket information out there, because the last thing we want to do is find out on a Monday that we're in, and then be receiving calls asking about tickets while we're trying to sell tickets and trying to do. So if we get all the information out there beforehand, that'll help us once we do finally receive that bid, assuming we do. So that role has already started, working with the radio stations, setting up halftime performers. Just telling people, hey, these are the possible dates, just block it off. We'll call you if we need you, but it's a lot of planning that may not even need to be used realistically.